And we continue learning Pirkei Avos, we're middle of the 21st Mishnah in the 4th parak, learning about these terrible entities which can be moitziin es adam min ha'olam, kina, taiva, and kavod. So yesterday in the previous year, we focused on kina. Now continues Rabbeinu Yoina. What is the taiva that is moitziin es adam min ha'olam? Says Rabbeinu Yoina, veha taiva. He tchilas kol ha'pulos ha'maisim. Desire is the first stage of any action. V'gam koidem is the machshava. And the desire precedes even the machshava, even the thought. Ki acher ta'avasai l'davar chayshav l'lasai. First you have the desire. And then you contemplate and you think how you're going to do it. V'yesh b'chol ha'tayvos rabban. Within all the tayvos, within all desires, there's a terrible evil. Needless to say, that if you're having a taiva, you're having a desire to do a sin. And even if one has a desire to do something that is mutter, to be with women in a permissible manner, still it could cause a lot of evil. Do not give your strength to a woman. Similarly, you love food, you love drink, it's all zahachsher, it's all kosher. Still, says Rabbeinu Yoina, gam zera, this could also be evil. It says the Rabbeinu Yoina, the chachmei ateva, the doctors, those with knowledge say, excessive anything could cause pain. So the excessive drinks could cause evil as well. Do not accustom yourself to eat goose because your heart is going to always crave it. Says Rabbeinu Yoina, as we saw about kina with taiva as well, there are three types of desire. Harisha, number one. First is desire that no one aside for you should have wealth or wisdom. And this is a terrible sin. Number two, you want to have wisdom, you want to have wealth. And if someone else has it, that's fine. They could have, but I got to have even more wisdom and wealth. That's also bad. In the third level, it's a little bit of good, which is what? You see a friend has money, you see a friend has wisdom, so you desire, you want to have the same. And you want to be just like them. And you're happy that they have as much as you, and you'd be happy to see Hashem give it to them. But it's not a completely good midah. That you want it just because someone else has it. What's the real taiva? What's the desire that we should all dream to have? Why do you want to be smart? Why do you want to have chachma? Because that's the root, that's the crux, that's where it all begins in our service of Hashem. And to do what is good in the eyes of God. Not for any other altruistic reasons, not because someone else has it, but purely to do the will of God. So David HaMelech teaches us, Hashem negdicha kol ta'avasi. Hashem before you is all my desires. Ki kol ta'avasa. He says, David HaMelech, David Melech Yisrael. All his taivos, all his desires were why? Mitzad shamayim, is for the sake of heaven. V'loy mikinas adam. So do we find with Rabbeinu HaKadosh, when Rabbeinu HaKadosh was being nifter, Zakav etz ba'isav, he stuck up his fingers and he said, Gol v'yadul v'necha. Rabbeinu Elam, it's revealed in front of you, Hashem. I didn't even get benefit from my small finger. And even though we've been taught in Gemara B'Metzia, Asher Gadol Rebbe Nasi was incredibly wealthy. that he was as wealthy as Shavar Malka. Still, excuse me, I lost the place. The Noisim Aftechais, the one that his servant was as wealthy as Shavar Malka. What all benefits that he got? He got benefit, but it was all Hashem Shemayim Kilonis Ava Lehevle Oilam. He had no interest in the Hevle and the vanities of the world. V'hakavod. So that was Kina. That's Taiva. Now number 3 that can be Motzin is Adam and Oilam is Kavod. Kibod Harahu. Honor is negative. That you're honored over people, to put your fear on them, and to instill fear in the land of the living. And what's your reward? You're going to descend to the depths of Gehenna. And you can have nothing for future generations. This is why Hachzek compared when the kings fall in Gehenna to one who wants to live fearful in the land of the living, meaning that there's nothing in the last of them. So honor number 1, that you just want to have your fear over other people, is going to cause descent into the worst places, and not even in this world you can have any of that honor. But continues Rabbeinu Yoina, there's a second type of kavod. You want people to honor you, to think that you deserve it, but really you don't deserve that honor. You want to be honored because you're Talmud Chacham and you have good midas. Still, difficult words, you're a sinner. But if the reason why you want kavod is to increase the sake of heaven, and you want the Torah to have more honor, you yourself is not taking it for your own kavod. That's all via your channel, you're the conduit that the Torah should have more honor. That's the right kavod. All the types of honor are terrible. How much the Torah warned us that even a king, a Melech Yisrael, in which there's a din to place fear, and the king, who deserves more honor than he, he's hard to that the king himself should not have a haughty heart. Careful we have to be about the honor and why we're receiving the honor that we receive. And finally, we conclude today's shir with the final words of the Mishnah, Moitzinas Adam in Oilam. Shashalesh midas alalu, these 3 midas, bechlal oven palili, are terrible sins. Davar acher, another explanation. Mosin Adam in Oilam Akina, Kmoshenemar Rakavat Tamaiskina, your bones will rot. Taivik Moshenemar, Tavasitzel Timisanu, it's going to cause the desires going to kill him. Kavai Kmoshenim Yosef Shemiz Oisher, Eser Shanim Koinim Achav, he died 10 years before his brother, his wife, they shouldn't get Atzmai Berabanas. So, as we mentioned when we started the Mishnah, the world we live in is a world of Kina Taiva and Kavod. Everyone trying to see who can get more Kavod. What more desires one could want. What more avenues one could exploit. So how careful and critical we have to put into our hearts that all these things are terribly, terribly destructive. Moitziin es Adam min ha'olam.